Hello students, this is me Kazi Azimul Haque, physics teacher, English version, Cantonment Public School and College. Today we are going to learn something, the mathematical terms, and today's topic is, maybe you are watching on the board, yes my dear student, that is calculating the slope from the graph. Today we are going to learn that, and we will going to learn it on the free hand. This is more than the discussion. You have to do it, you have to practice it. Now, my dear students, just have a look. If you want to find out the slope, then the question may arise in your mind, what is slope, right? The question is, what is slope? Now, to discuss about the slope, to know about the slope, you have to go over there into the geometry. The geometry will give you the 100% your query, to fulfill your query about to know about the slope. And if you ask me, I can give you the very shortcut answer. The slope is the hypotenuse. Yes, the slope is the hypotenuse. You are very well known what is the hypotenuse. If you think a right angle triangle, then this is the normal, this is the adjacent, and this is what? The hypotenuse. Yes, my dear students, we are going to find out the slope means the hypotenuse of anything we will draw on the graph, and we will match that graph with a right angle triangle, and from there we will find out the hypotenuse. So let's have some look. I'm going to give you very important things. That is, assume that you are having or facing a problem. The problem is giving you that a biker, a racer, a driver is just driving the bus, and the history of the time and the achieving speed is given on your stem. So you are getting the informations from the stem. Now, what will be your work to find out the slope from the graph? Let's assume that a bus is going with rest to motion. Whenever a bus is in a rest, it is 0 sec. In 0 sec, the speed is 0 meter per second. So you may ask, sir, if anything is in rest position, then the motion, there is no motion. No, my dear students, in physics there is no word no. There is no magnitude is no in physics. In terms of physics, everything's have. Sometimes I used to make fun with some of the boys or the girls, how many girlfriend you have, how many boyfriend you have. If I know it's a fun, but what did they used to give the answer? Sir, I have no boyfriend. In the term of physics, you have boyfriend, you have girlfriend, zero boyfriend, zero girlfriend. It's a fun, but just to think in your mind, there is no word in physics. Every magnitude has a value. The magnitude should be in a value that is 0. So in 0 sec, the speed is 0 meter per second. In 5 sec, in the time after crossing 5 sec, it is gaining 20 meter per sec. Okay, 10 meter per sec. Then in 10 sec, it's having the speed or reaching the speed 20 meter per sec. In 15 sec, it's having the speed 30 meter per second. Now I'm going to erase it, but the magnitude or the information I've given, that is very easier to take in your mind. In 0 0, in 5 sec 10, 10 sec 20, 15 30, it's 2 times, right? We know the rhymes. This is 2 times. The times table, it is 5 to the 10, 10 to the 20, 15 to the 30. So you can make it in your mind. Now I'm going to apply the information on the graph. Okay, so the graph should be, there is the name of the graph. There are always a headline of a graph. And another thing, very important, you may have some information from your teachers. Some of the teachers, some of the brothers, they may say that you can use graph paper, but I'm sorry, my dear students, Graph paper is not allowed in the subject of physics. Graph paper is not allowed in the subject of physics. You have to be the graph paper. It means you have to make the graph paper by your own, and you have to use it, and you have to find out the answer from that graph. I think you got it. Again, I'm saying there is no option for using a ready-made graph paper in the exam. The physics subject will not provide you the graph paper. You have to make the graph paper by your own, and you have to use it. Now on the board, this is, I'm going to make the graph, and the headline, I missed the headline. What is the headline? V versus T. What is V? Velocity. What is T? The time. Velocity, meter per second. I am giving the SI unit, the International Standard Unit, and the SI unit of time, that is second. In every kind of process of units, only one that never changed, it's MCQ. Remember it, it's MCQ. The only one fundamental unit that never changed in any kind of process, SI unit, FTPS unit, FRCP unit, that is what time. Always the unit of the time is seconds. There is no any alternate option for the time. Now, what I have given in 0 sec, the speed was 0 meter per second. That is the origin, we know it. If this is A, this is B, the origin should be O. We used to make the origin O. You know why? This is coming from the word origin. Origin means the center. So from the center starting, it is showing you the 0 sec and 0 meter per second. Now I can make it for plotting the points on the graph, and we will use to make it accurate by using the scale. Is 5 sec, is 10 sec, is 15 sec, is 20 sec. Now, in the normal position, and another thing, I used to say something over there in the classes which is related to the words, English words. We used to say perpendicular. It's not a noun. Perpendicular is not a noun. It's an adjective. Not perpendicular will make connection with another word. Like I am perpendicular position with the ground. It is correct. But I am not the perpendicular. I am the normal. I am the normal for the ground. So normal is the noun, which is so called in the Bangla lombo. The noun of the lombo of the Bangla term is normal. Remember it. So in the normal position, this is 10 meter per second. This is 20 meter per second. This is 30 meter per second. This is 40 meter per second. Now I have to give the units in the both side, which is making the right angle. That is time in sec, and this is velocity in meter per second. Now you know what is plotting? Plotting means you have to plot a point for one side which is matching with another side's magnitude. This is 5. In 5 sec, it got the value of the velocity, that is 10. So it's matching over here. So I'm plotting the points. The first one I have already plotted. For 10 sec, it is getting this point. It's imaginary and for our eyes perfection. Over here. For 15 sec, it will be over here. Now I have plotted 3 points, whatever I have said in the stem. Now I have to find out the slope. Just look at this. The very final thing is over here. We are going to end the class very soon. This is the final term. Now I have to attach all the points in a line, and I will make, whatever I said, I will make comparison, whatever I plotted, to a right angle triangle. A right angle triangle, one angle of a triangle that make 90 degree, that one. So can you match this one? You are matching whatever I have plotted over here in a right angle triangle, and whatever I have said, the slope in a one word for the summary. Whenever I am going to make a summary for the word slope, that is what? Hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. So I will find it out. How? This is the adjacent and this is the normal. It is coming by the division of normal to the adjacent, which will give you from the geometry tan theta. Yes, my dear student, the tangent is also called the slope. Tangent means the normal by the adjacent. So what is the value of that? You can find the value of normal, that is 30. What that is? That is 30. And what is the value of adjacent? 5 sec, 10 sec, 15 sec. You are doing it by your hand on a raw hand. That is, you are getting the values from the graph. This from here to there. If we match it from the axis, it will give you 30, and over here you are getting 15. So the answer is 2. That is the slope. We are done. That is the very important one for finding out the answer for the number C of a creative question. For the creative question, whenever the question is asking you to calculate the slope from the graph by using the informations, in this way you have to do. First of all, you have to find out the informations nicely, then you have to plot on the graph, and the graph should be made by your own hand, and then you have to find out the answer, that is the tangent. The tangent, you will got the answer, that is 2. Whatever I have said, in that way that is 2. So this is the way you have to do to find out the answer, the final answer of the slope. Hopefully you have enjoyed the class. The next class we will discuss about the new things. Now, if you are facing any kind of problem, so in then you are advised to contact directly to your subject teacher anytime. See you there. Till now, Allah Hafiz.